In case you haven't read the recent letter that Pope Francis sent to the Church's bishops in the United States, he said, "I'm writing today to address a few words to you in these delicate moments that you are living in the United States of America. The true common good is promoted when society and government, with creativity and strict respect for the rights of all, as I have affirmed on numerous occasions, welcomes, protects, promotes, and integrates the most fragile, unprotected, and vulnerable." I like to recall, among other things, the words with which Pope Pius XII began his apostolic constitution on the care of migrants, which is considered the Magna Carta of the Church's thinking on migration. He wrote, "The family of Nazareth in exile, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, immigrants in Egypt and refugees there to escape the wrath of an ungodly king, are the model, the example, and the consolation of immigrants and pilgrims of every age and country, of all refugees, of every condition, who, beset by persecution or necessity, are forced to leave their homeland, beloved family, and dear friends for foreign lands." The rightly formed conscience cannot fail to make a critical judgment and express its disagreement with any measure that tacitly or explicitly identifies the illegal status of some migrants with criminality. At the same time, one must recognize the right of a nation to defend itself and keep communities safe from those who have committed violent or serious crimes while in the country or prior to arrival. That said, the act of deporting people who in many cases have left their own land for reasons of extreme poverty, insecurity, exploitation, persecution, or serious deterioration of the environment damages the dignity of many men and women and of entire families, and places them in a state of particular vulnerability and defenselessness. What is built on the basis of force and not on the truth about the equal dignity of every human being begins badly and will end badly. I exhort all the faithful of the Catholic Church and all men and women of goodwill not to give in to narratives that discriminate against and cause unnecessary suffering to our migrant and refugee brothers and sisters. With charity and clarity, we are all called to live in solidarity and fraternity, to build bridges that bring us ever closer together, to avoid walls of ignominy, and to learn to give our lives as Jesus Christ gave his for the salvation of all. Let us ask our Virgen de Guadalupe to protect individuals and families who live in fear or pain due to migration and or deportation. May the Virgen Morena, who knew how to reconcile peoples when they were at enmity, grant us all to meet again as brothers and sisters within her embrace, and thus take a step forward in the construction of a society that is more fraternal, inclusive, and respectful of the dignity of all. Fraternally, Francis. From the Vatican, 10th of February, 2025.